Kamala was in on it. She covered up Joe's obvious mental decline.
Our president is in good shape, in good health, tireless, vibrant, and I have no doubt about the strength of the work that we have done.
But Kamala knew Joe couldn't do the job, so she did it. Look what she got done. A border invasion, runaway inflation, the American dream dead. They created this mess. Kamala owns this failed record. Make America Great Again Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
Kamala Harris. We don't know if she's the official nominee, but she's definitely being propped up as the Democratic nominee, replacing Joe Biden. But is she a good replacement? I'm leaning towards nah. But of course, you know, my people, black people, oh, we gotta get hers. It's her versus democracy. You know, the left is running with that. And they still, despite Trump denouncing it officially twice, once via Truth Social, second via the Grand Rapids rally in Michigan, where he denounced Project 2025, the left is still out here like, yeah, yeah, if y'all don't vote for Kamala or, you know, whatever Democrat is gonna be up there, it's a threat against our democracy and our rights and all this other thing. Anyhow, the internet has been buzzing since Joe Biden decided to drop out of the race, and this video reemerged. Shout out to George. He says this video reemerges of Judge Joe Brown destroying Kamala Harris. Now, I've seen this video before. I've actually put this video in a prior reaction review, in the past. However, because it's relevant again, we finna watch it again. You don't want to be unburdened by what has been undone or burdened by. There you go.
You got Queen La Imhoff in there. You know who Imhoff is?
No.
Yes, you do.
Who?
Mrs. Imhoff, Vice President of the United States, who goes by her maiden name,
Miss Kamala?
Kamala Harris. She's got 2 Jewish children she adopted. She married a Jewish husband who's got a interesting.
I'm scared to talk about Kamala Harris. I'll let you have that one.
No, she's a witch, and she is a corrupt witch. She's been corrupt her whole life, and she fucked her way to the top. They used to detail this witch in the LA Times with her sexual escapades. She fucked damn near everybody trying to get up. She used to be a frat when she was at Howard. And she ain't black. You know,
I ain't got nothing to do with this, Miss Harris.
Nah, I mean, well, don't. But she's I
don't know. I'm just listening.
Well, here's the thing. I actually met her father.
Ouch! Now, word on the street is that, you know what I'm saying, she did a lot of doing before to get what she got. You know what I'm saying? That's what they saying on the streets right now. But no, you know, it's not far-fetched. Yeah, you don't want to be burdened by what has been undone. I still can't get the quote right. Anyhow, Tulsi Gabbard, the woman who, obliterated, destroyed, dismantled, ended, shamed Kamala Harris when they debated. Oh, wow. She has something to say about Biden dropping out. Right here it says, Biden's out, Kamala's in. Don't be fooled. Policies won't change. Just like Biden wasn't the one calling the shots, Kamala won't be either.
Hey, everybody. I just got here to Rome, where I'm going to be joining a dialogue and forum on peace, security, and prosperity for the Western Hemisphere and Europe. I just saw the news flash like everybody else. President Biden's no longer running for re-election, and he's endorsed Kamala Harris to be the Democratic nominee for president and commander-in-chief. I'm going to sound the same warning now that I have been for years, going all the way back to 2020 when both Kamala and I were running for president on the Democratic ticket.
Oh, we remember, because you destroyed her.
Unfit and unqualified to be our president and commander-in-chief, and would be incredibly dangerous in that position. The prospect of Kamala Harris making decisions about war and peace and where to send my brothers and sisters in uniform into harm's way is not only terrifying to us, it should be terrifying to every American, knowing that we would all pay the price for her dangerous actions and dangerous decisions. Everything you've heard me say about Hillary Clinton, the queen of warmongers, can also be said of Kamala Harris. There should be no question in your mind that if Kamala is allowed to be our president and commander-in-chief, She'll be the maidservant of this queen of warmongers, the head of this elitist cabal of warmongers that has gotten us into this place. They're the ones who've been calling the shots behind Joe Biden's presidency. They would continue to call the shots if Kamala Harris is president. And where have they led us? To the brink of war with multiple countries in all parts of the world, and closer to the brink of nuclear war and Armageddon now than ever before. The choice for us is very clear. If we cherish peace and freedom, and if we love our country, we must vote against Kamala Harris in this election on November 5th and vote for Donald Trump.
The passage of time. Oh my gosh, man. Shout out to Tulsi Gabbard out there just doing the Lord's work and doing the Lord's work out here in the USA. But before we dive into more of Kamala's past, her grim past, it's a lot that I didn't know that I'm over here like, whoa, bucko. CBS News, right? I know, right? Says Barack issued a statement supporting Biden's decision not to seek re-election and saying Democrats are quote, in uncharted waters, end quote. But he did not endorse Vice President Kamala Harris for the party nomination. Now, we know that this is Obama's, this will be considered his fourth term if Joe Biden had reelected. Will it be his fourth term with Kamala? She seems to do whatever it takes. Let's hear what he has to say.
There's a lengthy statement from President Obama, which to my initial read has no endorsement of the vice president, but says in part, President Biden pointed us away from 4 years of chaos, falsehood, and division that had characterized Donald Trump's administration. Through his best policies and his example, Joe has reminded us of who we are at our best, a country committed to old-fashioned values like trust and honesty, kindness and hard work, a country that believes in democracy, rule of law, and accountability. It says later, we will be navigating uncharted waters in the days ahead, but I have extraordinary confidence that the leaders of our party will be able to create a process from which an outstanding nominee emerges. I believe that Joe Biden's vision of a generous, prosperous, and united America that provides opportunity for everyone will be on full display at the Democratic Convention in August, and I expect that every single one of us are prepared to carry that message of hope and progress forward into November and beyond. For now, Michelle and I just want to express our love and gratitude to Joe and Jill for leading us so ably and courageously during these perilous times, and for their commitment to the ideals of freedom and equality this country is founded on. No endorsement there of the vice president.
Now, y'all know we gotta go to the comment section after something like that. You know, Barack ain't endorsing Kamala. Come on now, we supposed to be supporting our own, right? That's what I've been hearing all over the radio for these last couple, well, yeah, today. I ain't gonna say the last couple of days. This morning on the radio, oh my gosh, it was, I heard, what's that, Jasmine Crockett on there saying butch body built, doing that whole thing on the radio. Just, we gotta get Kamala in, we gotta get Kamala in. Not just her, but you're hearing the radio hosts across different black radio stations just, yeah, we gotta get Kamala in, she can't do this, da-da-da-da, we can't let these white people such and such, such and such, in so many words. And I just sit back and I go, wow, man, wow, what a contradiction. We are contradictions. Yes, we are. We are hypocrites. Why? Because we sit there and we're going black this, black this, black that. Shit, we ain't even black. That's word on the street. Second of all, yeah. Yeah, Dom Lucre just posted this right here, and I'm gonna post it up. Hold on. Oh, before I post it up, I ain't even reading none of the comments. My bad. Somebody said his decision, Obama that is, Obama forced him out, Joe Biden. And there it is. Obama is quietly pulling the strings in the shadows. Somebody else said it's going to be Barack as VP to show Kamala the ropes. Just wait. Somebody else said he will once she is the official nominee. He refused to do it right away with Biden too. Somebody else said, reading between the lines, either Barack or Michelle Obama will put in a bid for the nomination. If Obama decided, if he was allowed to, trust me, if he'll win just because he's Obama and everybody got, he's everybody's savior. Trust me, he was mine at one point until I learned the truth. But anyhow, you see the comment section past the vibe check. Now, back to when I was talking about we pick and choose. As black people, we pick and choose on how on these guidelines of blackness and who qualifies to be black, yada, yada, yada. Because, I mean, if you're a conservative, you ain't black, you know what I'm saying? And also, if you date outside the race, according to people like Dr. Umar, you ain't for your people. Now, like I said, the internet has been buzzing with Kamala Harris you know, everything that's going on with her. Hold on, let me get to this page right here. So, yeah. This is George Howard, and Wokeness just posted this a couple hours ago. Kamala Harris backed the fund that paid for his bail after he rioted for BLM in 2020. What? She helped a black man get out of jail and not in jail? That's a surprise. Do your research if you're wondering why I made that statement. Anyhow, once he got out, he unalived somebody. This is the guy right here that they're talking about, Minnesota Freedom Fund. Understand any bail money posted belongs to me according to law. George Howard, aka Rico Passmore. Okay, so yeah, there's that. And then right here, you remember when I was talking about we pick and choose culture? From all the black women that say you're voting for Kamala Harris because she reflects you, here is her husband. And here's the photo right here. Shout out to Dom Lucre. Yeah, let me probably zoom this over here for y'all. My bad. Let's get this right. Here's her husband. I'm just gonna read the comments. That's just all I'm gonna do. She definitely doesn't reflect me. Somebody wrote Peggy Dodds. She's the president of an urban broadcasting company. Okay, shout out to you, Queen. What else we got? For all black women that think Kamala is black, she's not. She's West Indian and self-described South Asian. She doesn't represent African Americans at all. And they followed it with this clip. Let's see what it is.
Yeah, well, the Democratic Party for a very long time, not just this election cycle, has been doing a lot of active outreach around the South Asians, around the API in general, and we'll continue to do it. I mean, what we know in particular when you're talking about the South Asian community, we're talking about the Indian community more specifically, it is a growing community in the United States in terms of its voting bloc, in terms of its participation, and I think the party knows that and knows that this is part of our collective community, and there needs to be outreach and inclusion.
And certainly you could become the first Indian senator in U.S. history, which would be quite an accomplishment.
Knock wood.
You could become the first Indian senator in U.S. history, which would be quite an accomplishment.
Knock wood.
Not only that, they also saying that she ain't black because these parents right here, I can't verify this. This is all photos that's coming strictly from Twitter right now. So I haven't actually found this from a verified source. Y'all just getting everything in real time the same way that I get it. Oh, wow. I forgot this lady's name. I forgot her name, but she was posing as black and she was a white woman. That was crazy. Her dad is Jamaican. Somebody said, oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, she looked black to me, if I'm being honest. I'm not going to sit here and lie. She looked black. I know people say she Indian, she look Indian, but she can pass as black. But her admitting that she's not, or whatever the case is, something to be noted, all right? But can't I identify as black if that's how I feel? It resonates with me. These days, yeah, you actually can if you're a Democrat. Cringe alert. Let's hear her talk about, her mom giving her some advice. And I don't know. I just watched this clip and I go, Kamala is really running for president? That's the only question that's in my head when I watch this clip.
Everything is in context. My mother she would give us a hard time sometimes, and she would say to us, I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.
Now I know we got a whole lot of people that's butthurt, like, oh my God, ever since she announced she was gonna be coming, she might be running for president, all this dirt comes out and about, and oh my gosh, all these and I'm just saying, like, dog, this literally comes with the territory. Obviously, we want the truth to be put out there, right? We don't want it to be misconstrued with lies, and that's what tends to happen. But at the end of the day, when you're on that radar to be the president, this is what happens. Everybody scopes every part of your life. And George just posted the story about the affair she had with Willie Brown. He was a married California House Speaker, mayor of San Francisco, one of the most powerful in California. It says here that he bought Kamala expensive gifts like a BMW and appointed her to 2 influential positions. He named Kamala to the California Medical Assistance Commission, a job that pays $72,000 a year, and also appointed her to the state's Unemployment Insurance Appeals Board, a lucrative position that put another $97,000 a year in her pockets. Brown later faced an FBI corruption investigation for handing out lucrative city contracts and appointments to friends and political allies. Even after he dumped Kamala in 1995, he still continued to use his influence to promote her career. Quote, I certainly helped her with her first race for district attorney in San Francisco. End quote from Brown. Harris was elected California's attorney general in 2010 with massive help from Willie. And when she ran for United States Senate in 2016, Brown called on her likely opponent, Antonio Villaragis, I don't know how you say that, to stay out of the race. This is why I call her Kamala Harris. Oh, wow. Somebody said there's all kinds of dirt that's going to come back out. Somebody said enjoy she's put too many young men in jail for misdemeanor marijuana offenses for years. Somebody said Kamala sucked the way to the top. What can be? Unburdened by what has been.
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting Black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Now, that was Tulsi Gabbard, you know, in the beginning, remember? Yeah. I just felt like we need to bring that clip back here, man. I just felt like, you know, just so y'all can see and hear, you know, go ahead and do some research, get the literature to figure out about the people she's affected, Kamala that is. Don't just listen to me or listen to somebody say it. And I'm also hearing reports that Donald Trump actually donated to her campaign, I believe in like 2010, Kamala Harris campaign in like 2010 or 2011. I don't know much about that yet, but I'm definitely about to get ready to gear up for the next video and find out the intentions and everything behind it. But we all know this for a fact. Before Donald Trump ran as a Republican, he was definitely a Democrat in the past. That's why everybody was so cool with him. And then when he ran as a Republican, boom. Kamala Harris 2024, y'all. That's what they saying. Are you in agreement?